All right, everybody. Happy Sunday. Today is April 12th, 2026, and we're wrapping up a very proper deep work set day. Today, we had pretty much just all of number one of the critical task for the next 6 months, and that is systematizing our process. And every time we go up against this, it feels like there's two schools of thought that battle each other on this front. Number one is the negative school of thought that says if you pass by the same tree in the forest twice, you're lost. And there's the other school of thought that says, well, it may look like a circle if you're looking at it from the top, but if you change the angle, it would actually just be a spiral upward. So despite building out this process map on ClickUp for now the fourth time in the past 6 months with different iterations, I'm going to do my best to remain on the spiraling upward school of thought. I kind of had not like mental breakdown. That's definitely blowing it out of proportion, but it just like a bit of moment today where I was just kind of pacing around the apartment and couldn't figure out how we'd actually build this process map out. So I decided to message in the acquisition.com school group. There's like 800 members in there. It's Hormozi's group. And I was just like, how does a visual process map even look? Like, what level of detail do you need to get it down to? And Hormozi actually answered my post. He commented on it and was like, it was the most respectful, elegant way I've ever been told that I was being fucking lazy. Because I was trying to basically say like, hey, how much detail needs to go into this? What should be included? Should we include SOPs and down to the button click? And he was like, this is challenging because it requires deconstructed thinking. We chunk things up to save time and energy, but in this instance, we need to chunk down so that every step is like someone just ties their shoes. And I was like, wow, that's such an elegant way of saying like, you're being fucking lazy, dude. Like, just do better. And it was interesting to see. But I think I got to give myself a little bit of grace because I put this on the time horizon of like a Sunday as opposed to like the 6 month task that they had given us. I'm not saying I'm going to take 6 months on it, but like I think it will take a few proper bouts and sessions to get this thing fully completed. And I think I tried to think one step ahead, which was like the automating part of it. But we did lay down the foundation really strongly for what I believe to be the front end of this system. So like the onboarding form was the big thing that we tackled. It 3x'd in size, and I have an idea as to how we can go about automating the strategy piece of it, which is a crazy thing to utter. Like I would not have believed this if you said this 2 weeks ago. But I think we have a way where if the onboarding form gets filled out properly, we might be able to automate the strategy of creating content, like which videos to create about what. Essentially, we're taking in much more information about the client on the front end of their content pillars, topics, myths, mistakes, beliefs, etc., and being able to wire those into viral scripts given like their voice, their tone, etc. So we're going to be testing that out this week. So that's like the big piece I got on the front end, but I really think that we can execute this properly. Like there's a world where we can write 100 viral scripts better than we were before in like 1/20th of the time. And if there's a world where that exists, I'm willing to spend 100x the time trying to figure it out, because then you win that time back every time you go to perform that activity. So we're going to be testing that out with a new client this week. He's on board in tomorrow, so really excited about that. And then I also have a list of like friendlies that we'll be able to keep testing this process out on. And I'm okay with slowing down a little bit in order to nail this process, because if we can get this dialed in, oh boy, this will be incredible. So that's what we worked on today. I got up at 7, caught back up on some sleep. Honestly, I think what I want to do going forward is really just like, and Jocko talks about this in his discipline books and on YouTube, etc. But basically, it's just you should wake up at the same time every time. Like, don't wake up late on the weekends. Like 7 being late, it should just be like 5 every day would be ideal. We got our reach outs, went to the gym today, and I'm rusty. rusty in the gym. Deep work was the process build out, lessons and notes. Number one is just show appreciation. I had a chat with one of my mentors on Thursday or Friday. I think it was, no, Thursday we were chatting. And he had mentioned, he was like, dude, because I was just talking about the relationship I have with my mom and how we're super close, and both of us are super busy and we haven't been talking like as much. Like nothing's happened, but we just haven't been talking as much and feeling as close that we've been like ridiculously tight our whole lives, or since I've been around. And he's like, dude, you got to show some appreciation. Like you've been crushing it inside of business, and you've been having all these like business mentors and stuff like that, because you show your mom some appreciation. So we were on the call and I showed appreciation, and I think it went really well, because I realized I hadn't like said what I meant and said what I was feeling in quite some time. And I think we do that not enough as humans, like telling people we care about that we care about them, and telling people we love that we love them. There's this graph that I like right here that I learned. Funny enough, I learned it when I was going through my first breakup. But basically what each of these things represent are how much we value something before we have it, while we have it, and then after we lose it. So like before we have something and we want it, we value it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. While we have it, we value it like a 2. And then once we lose it, it's like, wow, that thing was awesome. So I want to avoid this spike here and show the most appreciation here on the graph in the middle, where most people will be at like a 2, and that's complacency, that's taking things for granted. But sometimes we really just have to be reminded to show the appreciation. So my CTA for you in this video is to tell someone you love that you love them, and give a genuine compliment, a genuine nod of appreciation to someone who you appreciate. That being said, it has been a good Sunday. I'm going to sleep now, and I'll see you tomorrow.